Hi friends, it's Katie back with another episode of my vlog, and I'm outside today because both of my parents independently this week asked for an update about how our garden was going, and I realized that I've been talking about our garden a lot, but I haven't updated you guys about how things are growing. So let's check it out right now. So here is our little vegetable garden. Cool raised beds made by our friend Steve. Thanks, Steve, you rock. Before I go into those raised beds though, over here is our raspberry bush, which, if you can believe it, has a raspberry on it. This is actually Sean's raspberry bush that we bought for him, and so that is Sean's raspberry. He's gonna have to walk out here and get it though, and I'm just gonna turn around and show you guys. There's the back door of our house over there. So he's gonna have to walk all the way out here and grab his raspberry today for his physical therapy. I wanted to do my garden update actually before he came out here. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that plant and that it's already producing fruit. We only planted it a little while ago. It is surrounded by way too many weeds. As you can see, our entire dirt part of our yard back here that was dirt last time I showed it to you guys is now covered with weeds. And we're just doing our best to keep them down to reasonable, but between me and the kids, there's just not enough oomph to keep the yard totally weed free. But our rad planter boxes are weed free, because that's the cool idea with the raised garden, is you can keep it under control. So in the first box here, we have our tomatoes growing in those 4 cages. We started tomatoes from seed and our tomatoes totally failed. And then hilariously, our neighbor around the corner, we were literally walking over to the nursery to check out how much baby tomato plants are. And she stopped us on the dog walk and was like, "Oh my God, do you guys need some tomato plants?" And we were like, "We sure do." So thanks, Sharon, for the awesome tomato plants. This taller one over here is a cherry. And then those 3 on the right side are going to be all slicing tomatoes, and whoop, I see some flowers on one of those plants already, so that's exciting. Right here in a big clump are our beets, which are actually probably going to be beaten around the bush, beaten ready pretty soon. And this is our little lettuce patch, which is definitely ready to start eating, so we're going to be grabbing some leaves off that big one and making salad out of that really soon. I'm stoked about that. So first box, doing a little better than the other 2 boxes. This box has a problem. Now, we planted peas on this whole side of the box over here. There should have been 3 or 4 rows of peas going down the length of the box. And right after we planted them, some animal or another got into the box and scuffed it all up and messed up our baby peas. I found out after the fact that is the culprit animal. Indeed, our very own Dee Dee jumped up into this box and dug up a bunch of our seedlings, unfortunately. Fortunately, we do have some guys going here, and they're going pretty well. So I just gave them a tomato cage instead of giving them a full-on trellis, because there's not that many of them, and we'll see how they do. And then over here, we have someone who hasn't come up at all. And then this is a cucumber plant, which is not doing very well, but it at least has shown itself, unlike this other cucumber plant, which doesn't seem to exist at all. So kind of hit or miss on this box. And then the third box is doing better. This one has green beans in it. That's what all of these guys are. And as you can see, some evil animal, Dee Dee, got into this box as well and messed up kind of the center of it. But we've got enough plants here, and they're getting big enough that I'm actually going to build the trellis for these ones this next week. So that's pretty exciting. I love green beans, the kids love green beans, and it looks like we're going to have enough plants to actually have a meaningful harvest of green beans. So that's cool. And then over here we have another cucumber plant there, and then another no-show cucumber plant right here. These are marigolds, which I planted around the edge from seed, so they're about to come up soon. And then these guys are sunflowers that I attempted to plant from some seeds that my dad sent me. And as you can see, we planted all of these little babies, and we've only got a handful of actual guys coming up. I talked to my dad about it, and he said that using these little peat pots for the sunflowers can hamper their root growth. And so I think next year we're going to try planting seeds into much larger containers with like looser dirt in them. But we're still going to keep giving these guys a try because, especially like this one here is looking pretty good, and like it might produce something for us. So we'll let's see, it looks like there's 5, maybe 6 that are actually growing. So we're going to get those guys out of the little nursery arrangement that they're in the next probably few days and pick a permanent spot for them, and hopefully they'll grow much bigger. And that's it for our containers, or our raised beds, if you will. But then we also have a pumpkin patch that we've started out here. Now this was a pretty big combination pumpkin and watermelon patch when we started it. The watermelons have just not gone anywhere. And then out of the 6 different hills that we planted with pumpkins, you can see here, we've actually got 4 that are doing really, really well. So I'm pretty excited about this. Got this nice little clump of plants going, and then those guys over there and that one over there. So I'm hoping that between these 4 plants, we get a pretty decent pumpkin harvest this year. They're looking really healthy and really great. Like I said, obviously we need to do a lot more weeding out here, but it's just me and 3 kids trying to handle, a yard that is that big. And also having lives outside of just weeding a garden. So we kind of, Goonies are good enough, right? We really should be doing a little bit better with our weeding, but we're doing a good enough job, and the kids are, in particular, keeping the weeds away from the base of the plants where they're going to get choked out. So, and that's kind of it for our garden update. Not too much more. Oh, hello, crow. Not too much more to talk about in terms of our vegetable garden. We also have our baby cherry tree way over there. Hi, I can crush it. And our other new baby tree out front, but I didn't go into the front yard for this update because this is an update on this garden. So hope you guys have liked it. Like I said, it was mostly for my parents, but if any of you regular old Not My Parents viewers are also into gardening, if you have any tips or suggestions for ways to improve things, or that we could have done better with our garden this year, love to hear them. We're all about learning by doing, so we just kind of jumped in, and we knew we were doing some stuff kind of not the right way, and we're learning from it this year. I think next year's garden is going to be even better, and we're definitely going to be working on clearing out this part over here next, because I want to get some more, I want to get another raspberry bush and maybe a couple of blueberries, and this sort of area here between the raised beds and the fence is going to be the fruit land. We'll have, veggies over here, fruits over here, and I'm pretty excited about it. So I'm just going to zoom back in on Sean's one single raspberry that he's about to come out here and get, and wrap up my vlog for today. And thank you guys for watching, and invite you to stay tuned for the next episode of my vlog, which will be coming your way in just a couple days for the Cinema Club Sunday Roundup. All right, guys, take care.